Heaven's Vault is a great game with a great faults. Came out in 2019 and developed by Ankley Studio. It is a casual adventure game that focuses on story and linguistic puzzles with an awkward but easy to learn controls. We play as Aliya, an archaeologist, uncovering the Nebula with her robot sidekick 6, finding relics and old texts in ruins and uncovering their history. The controls in this game are not complicated, therefore it is easy to learn. You can only walk around and interact with items. There are no jumping, no fighting in this game. That said, the controls are awkward. The game allows you to walk over small stones or books sometimes, and in others it does not, and they block the path. Also, when you go out the door or walk up or down stairs, the game forces an animation of you moving on them, and that does not stop until you pass them, and you have no control over that until it's finished. Kinda get annoying if we just mistakenly go on stairs and we need to wait until to finish animation. What I don't find annoying is the amount of repeatability this game has. Every time you take a different choice that makes your understanding of history change a lot. The important thing in this game is the translating mechanic, where the game gives us words and sentences in semi-hieroglyphic language called ancient. We need to guess their meaning by looking at them for clues, like if the letter looked like wave, it could be water, or thinking about the context around them. As time goes, you learn more words and guess their translation better, until you get to be fairly sure of the meaning of these words. The game is not the most graphically impacted game. It's not realistic, nor does have a high resolution, but does have a secret weapon. The art style, it is hand drawn, and let me tell you, I did not see this art style in any other game. Because it's hand drawn, I think it will age well, or at least not look that bad after a couple of years. The game does not use a lot of frames for its animation, because I said it is hand drawn, therefore will be very costly to do so. But I think that gives additional time to the game. What I enjoy about the animation in this game is the after image. When a character starts walking and moving, you can see yourself in the past frame or so. Also, we mostly don't see Aliya legs even when the game are in third person mode. Additionally, rivers are very beautiful, and by rivers I mean the air and water that float in the nebula and the cloud near them. We use those rivers to travel between moons. But one of the things I don't like about the game visually is lighting. There's a lot of places that lighting does not look right or flicker for no reason, and sometimes it's very hard to not notice it. Every area we go to called a moon. It is basically an area of land between the space rivers. We go to some or all if we want to get the story going or discover more information behind the past. A couple of moons have human inhabitants, others not anymore. Some so harsh we cannot even land on. A lot of moons have a lot of personality and history, like a merchant moon, where most people trade local and foreign goods, to a moon where it's all about farming and husbandry. They can range from cities with a huge amount of people to graveyards of noble, from noisy forests that is full of life to an empty desert that sound is the only thing that moves, and a lot more. A handful of moons are really compact with information and mission, while others are kinda empty or with only one purpose. I think it's realistic because in real life a lot of places are like that, and we cannot expect the developers to fill every moon as the important ones. That being said, I think some moons could have used more content and expanded areas. because some of them told us this huge city or area, but we could only discover and walk in a small area of them. Especially the later ones, they seem a lot less thought out than the early ones and had a lot less content. Now we talk about the sound and music of this game. The music is very good and can put you in the right emotion state. But, well, there's not a lot of it, and many times there is this awkward silence where, at least I think, there should be a music there. The game does not have a lot of sound effects or feedback, but this type of game doesn't really need it. The voice acting in this game is just a few lines from the main character, but it's not bad, at least for me, a non-native English speaker. Other than that, there is no more voice acting.
The second time I went sailing, I was trying to get back to Elbereth, but of course I missed the turning and I found myself on the twisting rivers of the wires. I pretty much screamed the whole way down. But at the bottom, there it was. A hunk of rock with a dome. Big enough to tether to.
This part about the story, the best part about the game that made me overlook all the negative points before. And yes, in my opinion the story is that enjoyable. There will be spoilers, so you can't skip this part. We first start in Iox, the most important moon, and this time we get greeted by a robot telling us to talk to the head of the university and your adopted mother, Mayari. We talk to her and she tells us to take the robot we now called 6 to search for a man called Janaki Rimba because he did not send any information for weeks now. We track his steps and find that he died in a ship crash, but he had left a message saying Mayari is not what she seems to be. Do we trust this man? Did Mayari kill him? Does she hide something? We don't know. We go to Mayari anyway, telling her what we found. She tells us to search for what Janaki was doing in the first place before he died. Now we are free to do what we want to do. We found a giant ship here. We see a huge metal cavern, a big hole in the ground there. Then you find the river are not natural at all. You know, just your normal stuff. Oh, I forgot. The rivers are also dying off. We don't know why yet. Everything we gather points us to a place called Heaven's Vault, where we should find the 7th old god. After we go there, what we found is not just a god, but an old, huge AI-powered spaceship that's gathering the rivers as material to take off. And we get a choice of what to do with this information. Do we stop this ship? But we could die because the ship will lose energy. Is it too late to save the world, so we do something else? It's your choice. I skip a lot of information and subplots, so you can go and discover it in the game by yourself. They are really unique and interesting, and this is the best part of the game that overcome all the bad. Finally, I want to say despite the glaring graphical and sound issues, I found the game very enjoyable with its unique art style and great storytelling. I recommend it if you are a person who enjoys games with great story. Salam.